as your host this evening. Tonight, we gather not merely to remember a legend, but to carry forward the values he embodied: integrity, wisdom, and above all, the irreplaceable power of human connection. The theme of today's lecture, Human Relation, the Keystone, could not be more timely or truer. Let us now begin the program. May I request everyone to kindly rise for a moment of silent prayer. Thank you. Please be seated. I request all the dignitaries to be on the dais. To set the tone for our gathering and extend a formal welcome to our distinguished guests, it gives me great pleasure to invite to the podium Mr. B. Balagopal, Chairman of the Memorial Lectures. Mr. B. Balagopal is a respected figure in Kerala's management and business community, bringing decades of leadership experience across corporate and institutional spheres. Mr. Balagopal, the floor is yours.
President of the KMA, Sri Harikumar, Honorary Secretary Sri Anil Verma, Sri Kochouseph Chittilappilly, Past President of KMA Sri Sunil Zachariah, Mr. Anil Joseph, the management committee members of KMA, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Over the years, KMA has been organizing memorial lectures in memory of doyens of management like Sri K.T. Chandy, Ms. Sri M.K.K. Nair, and Dr. M.V. Piley. Today, we are all gathered here to listen to the memorial lecture in remembrance of Sri K.T. Chandy, who undoubtedly can be termed as the father of the management education in India. Appropriately enough, we have got Sri Kochouseph Chittilappilly, who has heralded the particular style of management leadership to deliver the memorial lecture. I'm sure Kochouseph Chittilappilly needs no introduction to this audience. With almost 4 decades of association with KMA, he was remembering when he visited him to invite him about the nostalgic days when he used to attend the meetings of KMA regularly. His life story is a lesson in hard work, courage of conviction, and more than anything else, his empathy for the less privileged. His business success story is legendary. From humble beginnings, establishing V-Guard Industries in 1977, he went on to become the largest manufacturer of stabilizers, then branching out to pumps, fans, UPS, water heaters, etc. Diversing to other fields with Vigaland, rebranded as Wonderla, Vigaland Builders, Chittilappilly Square are all examples of Sri Kochouseph's penchant to pursue uncharted areas and to make a success of them. His philanthropic activities are far too many. K. Chittilappilly Foundation, focusing on housing projects for the underprivileged, has already provided shelter to thousands of people in various parts of Kerala. Enda Vida with Madhubhumi and KCF Parpadam project with Rotary International are one of the many activities of K. Chittilappilly Foundation. His substantial contribution to the Rotary Foundation has resulted in many humanitarian projects at the government hospital at Ernakulam and many other areas amounting to more than 12 crores. Sri Kochouseph's ultimate contribution was the donation of his kidney to a totally unknown person. Along with the ladies and gentlemen, let me extend a very warm and hearty welcome to Sri Kochouseph Chittilappilly. Along with the memorial lecture, we always have a segment to reflect upon the life and times of Sri K.T. Chandy, in whose memory the lecture is instituted, usually by a contemporary. Today, we have got past President of KMA, Sri Sunil K. Zachariah, to do the honors. But let me put the fact straight. Don't misunderstand that past President Sunil is a contemporary, as you can very well see the handsome young boy who is sitting here. Apart from being KMA's past president, Sri Sunil Zachariah was also the honorary secretary during multiple terms. He also has served in the management committee of All India Management Association. He is the managing director of Futuristic Consultancies. Certified as independent director, Sunil serves on corporate boards. Ladies and gentlemen, let me extend a warm welcome to Sri Sunil K. Zachariah. I take this opportunity to welcome Sri Harikumar, the President of Kerala Management Association, Sri Anil Verma, Honorary Secretary, Sri Anil Joseph, the Chairman of the Management Week celebrations, past Presidents of KMA, members of the Management Committee, members of KMA, invited guests, and all of you who are present here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the warm and thoughtful introduction. Following that warm welcome, it is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Anil Joseph, Chair of Management Week, to share with us the vision and significance of this year's Management Week. Dr. Anil Joseph is a distinguished management professional who serves as the Chair of KMA Management Week, a platform dedicated to advancing management thought and practice across Kerala. His passion for developing the next generation of managers and business leaders makes him the ideal steward of one of KMA's most impactful annual initiatives. Sir, the floor is yours.
Very good evening all. So, President of the Kerala Management Association, Harikumar sir, Secretary Anil Verma, the Memorial Lecture Chair, Sri Balagopal, the remembrance speech to be delivered by the young boy Sunil Zachariah, and the person, the chief guest of the day, and whom we all are anxiously waiting to listen, Sri Kochouseph Chittilappilly, founder and promoter of the V-Guard Industries. Dear fellow MC members, AC members, KMA members, and young students who are assembled here to listen to this talk, a very important talk on the topic of human relationship, the Keystone. That's the theme of the talk. Let me take a brief about the Kerala Management Week. So every year, KMA celebrates a week covering all the different aspects. So yesterday we started that. Thanks with a medical camp to measure the child. So yesterday, same words I will repeat today. Today we have, so if you cannot measure, you cannot manage. So if you have to keep measuring, and it has to start with your own health. So thanks to Bibu Puniran from Medimission, under his team, we were able to do the medical checkup, and we had a lot of people yesterday here attending the medical checkup. And yesterday, we also had a session from Regional Sports Center and Medical Trust, how to manage your HS and healing process. So it was a wonderful session delivered by Mr. Joseph and team from Medical Trust, and the support of the Regional Sports Center was also there. So we always say, we always have a lot of systems measuring what are the health facility we have. We don't look at the facilities which we have, or we don't promote those facilities which prevent the diseases from happening. So if you go to Regional Sports Center, which is just across nearby, your health can be maintained. If you don't come to us, I was the vice president there for 6 years and still continuing as the executive committee member. So if you don't come to us, you have to go to our neighbor, which is the Indira Gandhi Cooperative Hospital. So the whatever money you save have to be spent in Indira Gandhi Cooperative Hospital to get your health back on shape. So yesterday with that, we had the second session, and third session yesterday we had was that it was International Women's Day yesterday. We have our distinguished dynamic leader G. Priyanka, the IAS collector of Ernakulam, was here to address the ladies yesterday on the international and deliver very, very beautiful message right from the heart on International Women's Day. Again, the importance of how the team has to work together, and especially what woman has to prioritize. And the most important point she wanted to convey to all the people was that you should learn to leave the moment rather than thinking of, especially for the ladies, because this is all connected with this, because you start analyzing so many things together, multitasking happens, so it becomes always a stress on you. So always try to leave the moment is what was the message. And today we have this Chandy Memorial Lecture will happen, and it is already briefed in. And day after we have our Raghavan as Commissioner of Customs, who will be delivering a talk as part of Insight X session. Thanks to our Dilip for coordinating that he will be talking on the current trade issues with US, on what is about to evolve. He will be discussing on. Yesterday also I missed out a very important point. We came up with the new scheme thanks to Verma Homes, Anil Verma and Mini Verma, who have come up with the concept that collector has asked that she needs supports for Indians to have payment. because if they are not paid, they don't attend to the job properly. So the point was discussed in the management committee. Immediately, Verma Homes came with the KMA Verma Home Scholarship, where we will be funding all the interns with an amount so that their service is paid for a period of, they have 10 interns for a period of 4 months. We will be taking care of their, so they will get a payment through KMA Verma Scholarship. Special thanks to Verma, and let us give a big round of applause to Anil Verma for that. And on Thursday, we will have in conversation, we have a very dynamic ECMINS team under the leadership of Nivadit and guided by Bibu Biniran again. And we have Binu Balan and Nirmal Abraham in conversation. So Binu is the co-founder of Real Tribe, and Nirmal Abraham is a professor, columnist, and international affairs analyst. And the last day, we'll be having the validity session on 13th. Friday, we have a all-day program at Taj Vivanda, and that is Women's Conclave. So starting with the International Women's Day, the management week ending with Women's Conclave, and the theme is Give to Gain. So all people, please assemble in all this. Let us celebrate Management Week, and let us live in the moment, and let us all listen to the most important aspect, that human relation, the keystone, and the remembrance of K.T. Chandy, a pioneer who created a part of the IIM Calcutta, who was the brain behind, and he was the main person in the formation years of Kerala Management Association too. So let us be all ears for them, and wish all of you a good day ahead, and listen to that, so that whatever you learn, try to apply and learn that it is implemented in your journey of life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful introduction. We now come to a centerpiece of our evening, the Presidential Address. I request the Honorable President of the Kerala Management Association, Mr. K. Harikumar, to address us. Mr. K. Harikumar is the President of the Kerala Management Association, the premier body for management professionals in the state, with a legacy spanning several decades. A seasoned leader in his own right, Mr. Harikumar brings a wealth of corporate and institutional experience that has guided KMA in its mission to spearhead the management movement across Kerala. Under his presidency, KMA has continued to strengthen its role as a catalyst for management excellence, professional development, and meaningful community engagement. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Today we are honored with the presence of 6 past presidents of KMA. I don't know how many of you noticed. Sunil is here, Jibu is there, Bibu, Sri O.T.S. Nambiar, ABK, Mr. Satyanarayan. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Good, we are indeed honored. Let us give a big round of applause to them. Mr. Kochouseph Chittilappilly, other dignitaries on the dais, including Sunil, who is a past president, and dear friends and managing committee members. This K.T. Chandy Memorial Lecture is being held as part of the Management Week celebration. And yesterday we started the Management Week celebration with a bang. We started with almost 5 activities yesterday, starting from the health camp, which Anil was talking about. We combined it along with the Women's Day lecture addressed by the district collector. And we also initiated the KMA and the KMA scholarship to the young people who are going to associate with the government of Kerala, with the district administration, to improve the governance. The idea is very simple. Students who aspire to work in the corporates should also get an idea about how government works. Because otherwise what happens is we all tend to criticize the government. We don't understand how the other side functions. And it is a good thing for the young aspiring minds to get an understanding of how the government functions. So with that initiative, we launched this scholarship also, and as was told, Mr. Verma and Verma Homes was extremely kind to come forward to support this noble event, and that is how we started. Today is the second day of the Management Week, and we are starting with a K.T. Chandy Memorial Lecture, a lecture in remembrance of a management doyen. As was told, he started the IIM Calcutta, which was the first IIM in the country. And the concept today, the human relation, the keystone, also is associated with him. What exactly is a keystone? Keystone is the stone which holds the arch together. It need not be the heaviest stone, but it is the keystone which holds the arch together. And in today's world, when the business dynamics itself is changing, see, we all have studied the 3 M's of management which are required to run a company: men, machinery, and money. While money is available in plenty, with a lot of VCs coming in, money is not a challenge. Banks are also, any viable proposal, people are ready to fund. Machine or technology is available in case you have technical know-how is available for money. So that again is not a difficult thing. Then what is it that actually holds an organization together? It is the people. And that is why it's called the keystone. That is why human relation is called as the keystone. And we know there is nobody other than Dr. Sri Kochouseph Chittilappilly in Cochin who can talk about that. Because human relations, unless you hold the people together, it is very difficult to take a company forward. Now, the expectations of the people are changing. Opportunities of the people are increasing. And people want to move ahead, or people want to talk about a work-life balance. So there are a lot of expectations for the people. So how to hold the people together? How to hold the keystone together so that the organization will remain as an arch? And that is the whole idea of choosing this topic, because that is the best topic as far as a Chandy Memorial Lecture is there, and we have experts to talk on that. Memorial Lecture will be given by Mr. Sunil Zachariah. He will remember Mr. Chandy, and of course the address of the chief guest will be done by Kochouseph Chittilappilly. Already the programs which have been chosen, which have been actually chalked out for the current week, has already been deliberated. I would request everybody to please come forward. Please attend all the sessions so that the management week, the lessons which are being discussed, because we will be discussing on very many topics. As was told, a variety of topics are going to get discussed. Kindly come, attend the sessions so that the wealth of knowledge improves. Because unless the knowledge improves, it is very difficult to sustain in a fast-changing world. So kindly come and take part in various discussions which are happening in KMA, or which will happen in KMA, even beyond the KMA Management Week. So I conclude today's presidential address, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that powerful and insightful address. And now we come to perhaps the most heartfelt segment of our evening, to remember the man in whose honor we are gathered here tonight, the late Professor K.T. Chandy. We invite someone who knew him well and carries his legacy with great affection. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sunil K. Zachariah. Mr. Sunil K. Zachariah is a past president of the Kerala Management Association and a multifaceted professional who has distinguished himself as an entrepreneur, consultant, and trainer of exceptional repute. An inspiring figure in his own right, Mr. Zachariah has mentored countless professionals and contributed immensely to the management ecosystem of Kerala over several decades. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Distinguished President Hari, respected Kochouseph, leaders of KMA, and beloved students. Rudyard Kipling's famous poem talks about what it takes to succeed. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. Professor K.T. Chandy was all this and more. Dreamer, thinker, pathbreaker, trailblazer. His was a remarkable life of extraordinary accomplishments. Born on 13th January 1913 in Kottayam, he graduated from the Madras Christian College and later obtained degree in law from the University of Bombay. He then pursued advanced legal studies abroad and earned a master's degree in law from the London School of Economics. He further qualified as a bar at law from the prestigious Middle Temple in London. Returning to India, Mr. Chandy worked in private companies initially in legal roles. He became the director of Lever Brothers, which was a British multinational, in 1956 and played an important role in the formation of Hindustan Lever Limited, later renamed as Hindustan Unilever Limited. Mr. Chandy played a key role in the consolidation of Hindustan Lever, and his domain expertise grew to corporate management. He later became the chairman of Hindustan Lever. Under his leadership, the company expanded market penetration through innovative distribution and branding. In 1961, the then Chief Minister of Bengal invited Mr. Chandy to set up the first IIM in Calcutta. He served as the first director of IIM Calcutta, in which capacity he served for 5 years. He guided the institute during its formative stages and institutionalized its mission based on academic excellence, ethics, and innovation. While the establishment of IIM Calcutta was initiated by a government-led action to build this indigenous capacity in professional management, Mr. Chandy's leadership was responsible for translating it into an operational reality. As the director, he oversaw the development of programs of global standards. IIM Calcutta emerged as a leading center for management education, earning Mr. Chandy recognition as a global pioneer in this particular field. The enduring impact of his leadership is evident even today in IIM Calcutta's role as a prototype of India's management ecosystem and all the 23 other IIMs. Mr. K.T. Chandy has also served as the principal of the Staff Administrative College, Hyderabad, member of the University Grants Commission, and chairman of the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. And these tenures gave him opportunities to evolve, influence, and promote management education to meet the challenges of a growing India. Mr. Chandy has served with distinction as the chairman of the Food Corporation of India, Hindustan Steel Limited, which is now SAIL, the National Productivity Council, the Metallurgical Research Institute, Ranchi, and the CFTRI in Mysore. In 1972, he returned to his home state of Kerala and took over as the chairman of KSIDC, a position he held till 1978. Mr. Chandy was only about 60 years then when he relocated to Kerala. Though he continued to be active on the national scene, it is Kerala's great fortune that the next more than 2 decades, Mr. Chandy gave much time and attention to the development of Kerala. It is not true that I knew Mr. Chandy quite well, but I have had the honor of meeting him during my term as a secretary and joint secretary of KMA. His keen intellect, brilliant mind, and excellent exposition never failed to impress all who knew him. His humility was exceptional. He was never interested to blow his trumpet. Many of his accomplishments have therefore gone unpublicized. In fact, IIM Calcutta in its website admits publicly that the available details that they have are not commensurate to the accomplishment of K.T. Chandy. He was the chairman of the Center for Earth Studies, Trivandrum, vice chairman of the State Planning Board, member of the University Grants Commission, promoter of the Indian Society for Mathematical Research and the Kerala Forest Research Institute, Trichy. He served as the director of Federal Bank and the chairman of Kerala Chemicals and Proteins Limited, which is now Nita Gelatin. And if I remember right, it is KCPL which instituted this memorial lecture in KMA. His tenure as at KSIDC was recognized by Asian Productivity Organization's award in 1980. He was the recipient of KMA's first Management Leadership Award in 1979. In fact, he was honored with innumerable awards. But true to his nature, these awards have gone undocumented. But I know for sure that Mr. Chandy received the All India Management's Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Chandy was married to Madam Rebecca, and the couple has 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. He was blessed with a long life and passed away on 2nd May 2006 at the age of 93. I started with a poem. Let me conclude with another. Robert Frost in his poem spoke about the road not taken. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Professor K.T. Chandy was indeed a great son of India. The road he traveled was one less traveled by. His journey from a legal professional to a professional manager and further to corporate boardrooms, from private sector to management education and further to public enterprise management, made all the difference for our state and our nation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we arrive now at the highlight of this evening. The Professor K.T. Chandy Memorial Lecture exists to celebrate the kind of leadership that transforms not just organizations but lives. And there is no better embodiment of that spirit than our chief guest tonight. It is my profound honor to introduce and invite to the podium a man who needs very little introduction in Kerala and indeed across India. Please welcome Mr. Kochouseph Chittilappilly, founder and promoter of V-Guard Industries. Mr. Kochouseph Chittilappilly is one of Kerala's most celebrated self-made entrepreneurs who built what would become the largest selling voltage stabilizer brand in India. Today, V-Guard Industries is a publicly listed multi-thousand crore enterprise with over 500 distributors and 20,000 retailers across the country. But Mr. Chittilappilly's story is far more than a business success story. He is the founder of the iconic Wonderla amusement parks, a best-selling author in both English and Malayalam, and a philanthropist of extraordinary generosity. Most famously, he donated one of his own kidneys to a stranger, a lorry driver he had never met, inspiring a first-of-its-kind kidney donation chain across India. A recipient of the Rashtriya Samman Award and the Kerala Sri Award, and a billionaire whose compassion is as legendary as his acumen, Mr. Chittilappilly exemplifies the very theme of tonight's lecture, human relation, the keystone. That human relationships are indeed the true keystone of lasting success. Mr. Chittilappilly, we are truly honored to have you with us. The floor is yours.
President Harikumar, KMA officials and other my dear friends, many of the faces are very familiar to me. Thank you for inviting me, especially to this prestigious lecture that again a legend, Professor K.T. Chandy. I believe it is an honor to me, and when Balagopal invited me, I readily accepted. I told him what we can do. We will have a dialogue, then a monologue. But of course, the initial few minutes I have to talk to you. Definitely, it will not be a lecture. It will be a storytelling. Why I selected the subject, human relation, the keystone. In fact, as many of you know, I started in a very small level. The stories everybody knows. Started with the 2 workers, then 2 became 4, then 4 became 40, then 40 became 400, and now we got group. We are employing maybe more than 6,000 or 7,000, which I don't know. So over a period of years, in the initial stages, I was doubtful whether I will be able to run a business. That time, I never ever had any professional managerial education. My strength was into technology. I was good in technology. That was my belief. At the same time, I was very, very poor in managerial abilities. But at the same time, I was able to work for 3 years, and that gave me a little bit of courage to start my own. And initially, when I started my activity, I thought, of course, technology I know or I can understand easily. Initially, I thought marketing was quite difficult. Then initial period, I was suffering or I was trying to learn more about marketing. Then later, when the company started growing and started making profit, then I thought finance is more difficult because making profit and present in the accounts and all, reading balance sheet, one side it is written like this, one side it is written like that, one side it is written liability, the other side it is written asset. I can fully understand even now. Of course, those times I believe finance department is most important and very important. Then again, the number of employees increased and even crossed thousands. And then only I came to know the importance of human power. Earlier, in the initial stages, it was a one-man show. I was doing everything of my own. But slowly by slowly, I started delegating to my, say, supervisors, my engineers. Some of the engineers are excelling, so I gave them a promotion. Some of the executives, marketing or say accounts officers, they were doing extraordinary work, so we elevated them. And slowly we built a team. Then again, on those days, even now, I am slightly, I have some inferiority complex, whether I am capable of running a big organization. The thing is, I have no professional managerial training or courses or degree. So I attended number of training programs to improve my skills, soft skills, to improve my public speaking skills, or even spoken English, or even into finance, this. But when we analyze now, I was into business for the last 49 years. I have seen many people. I have seen many organizations. I have seen many organizations failing. I have seen many organizations growing leaps and bounds. So the conclusion from my side, what I have noticed, to build a strong organization, we need a strong team of people with you. Then is it difficult? I believe it is not that at all difficult, because I build a team slowly by slowly. I was not a first rank holder. I was not I was only an average or slightly above average, whether it is in school as well as in college. So my belief was, if I can perform this much, many others can do. So I tried to motivate them, and they were excelling, and finally we elevated them. And as far as VGuard, I can tell only about VGuard group. In our group, we have a set of people, very ordinary people, but they are doing extraordinary things. initial stages, I cannot afford anybody from IIM or IIT or any leading institutions. We get very ordinary people from very ordinary colleges because now our company was so small. Still, I noticed out of these people, some of them are excelling in the sense delivering than what we are expecting. For example, I can tell you one story. When we started Wonderla Amusement Park, there was a boy, he was only pre-degree passed. He was good in swimming, so we kept him near the pool cleaning and pool managing this. And after 3 years, our GM, General Manager of Wonderla, he said, "Sir, this boy has completed graduation first. Graduation." Then I thought he is having some additional quality, some hardworking attitude. So I invited him to VGuard, and because I know working as a very lower staff, again promoting him to the next level will be difficult in Wonderla. So I brought him to VGuard. Then I asked him, there is a vacancy in Delhi branch, in the marketing side. Are you ready to take up that position? Yes, sir, I can go to Delhi. Do you know Hindi? No, I don't know Hindi. Then what are you going to do? I will learn it. That's all. So we sent him to Delhi as a marketing executive. He learned Hindi. He was excelling. Then he finally became the branch head of Delhi of VGuard. Then later on, after many years, we need one more person in Punjab for our marketing. So we asked him, "Are you ready to move to Punjab? Then you will get a promotion." So he readily accepted. Then we asked whether you know Punjabi. No, I don't know. Then what are you going to do? I will learn it. That's all. Then he learned Punjabi. He was there for many years. He is, was excelling there. Then now he is still working. He may be now around 58, I think, around. He is still working as a product head of one particular division of VGuard all over India. He is dealing with one product head of the entire India division. So what I am trying to say that we can find out people from very ordinary level who are ready to work hard, who are intelligent, who are having common sense, who are having integrity. Why I say all these common sense, integrity, these are all matters. I don't know how to measure when we interview somebody about the integrity of one particular candidate. I don't know how to analyze the common sense of one particular candidate having the quality of common sense at the interview level. But over a period of time, at least within 6 months or within 1 year, you will know whether this man will or this girl will fit to that particular post. So that way, for your information, we have a number of people who started their career just as an executive or a junior executive. Even Jibu Paul knows well what was happening or what is happening in VGuard group. We are having very ordinary people, but they are doing extraordinary things. So, only thing we have to encourage them. We have to give them facilities. We have to give them opportunities. We have to give them responsibilities. We have to reward it properly. I think it is very simple. Telling frankly, there are number of people who are more efficient than me in VGuard group. But please don't tell to my staff members. Friends, it is possible. It is possible because let me once again remind you, I have still that inferiority complex in the sense I was still wondering I have that ability of managerial capacity. Many people believe that, I noticed I have some of my close associates, friends, so they think that they know everything. They are quite smarter than me. They are, what we can say, very extraordinary people, hyperactive people, one way I can say. They do everything in their own, but they can't delegate to anybody because according to their genes, they believe that they are the perfect people. They can do everything. Others are dumb. That type of people we have seen. But at the same time, over a period of years, their establishment will continue like that only. That also I have noticed. So that way, I believe my inferiority complex is better than the other person. Friends, I have this type of number of experiences, number of stories with me. But I would like to take few questions than talking from one side as a monologue. I like to answer for questions. That will be better, I believe. I will be here only. Later I will conclude my speech later. That will be better. I hope we can have a dialogue. Please.
Shall I ask, sir?
Yeah, please.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, see, I have also worked in corporate. I have, employee turned entrepreneur now.
Good.
So, something I've noticed, when, the supervisor or the visionary like you and observing the potential of the person and delegating them, that is that secret of giving the growth to the people in your team. That required the patience. Now what happened was, now in the corporate world, those who came from IIMs or management, there is no patience. They need instant results. So in your case, how do you manage that in a long period to build your own team? I'm sure your company's staff attrition will be very, very minimal, for sure. So that is strength and the power of your team. How do you manage that, giving the internal, elevation of your own people and build the team, sir?
Yeah, it's a good question. In fact, in my case, in our case, in VGuard Group's case, the attrition level is very low. That way, I am fortunate. People are not resigning and go. That's my problem. But one thing I can tell you, if you consider them, and not by paying a large amount of money, if you give them a recognition, if you give them authority, if you give them responsibilities, they must feel it is their company. If you ask me, in our group, I am the laziest person in that group. I do very little things except some communicating with our own people and assigning the jobs to different people. That way, Jibu Paul knows it very well. I physically, not nowadays, for the last 30 years. Initially, it was a one-man show. It was me only doing everything, even from the production, even from the marketing, even from the delivery, everything. But now I am a lazy person and I can afford it because we have very strong, dedicated, committed people with us. They will do better than me. That type of attitude has to be created. And if you have a set of people, definitely the company will grow. I usually convey my managers, okay, I can motivate 10 people or 15 people around me, especially in the top level. So I will look after those 10 people or 15 people. Similarly, you yourself look after your own subordinates, another 10 or 15 people. That is more than enough. Their welfare, their problems, their issues, whether it is their personal issues or everything. So naturally, money is not the only motivation part. I believe that the feel of belongingness is very important. I don't know, I have answered the question. Thank you.
Hello, this is not a question, this is just a passing reference to what you are talking. It was very interesting. So you're talking about inferiority complex. We don't have management these things and all. At least you are a UPS wala. Our country is run by a chai wala. So that doesn't matter. No, yeah, I don't think even he has a management degree. So I think the leaders, my observance may be wrong, but many of the leaders, what I noticed is they are able to very, very successfully delegate to people smarter than them. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You are able to delegate to smarter than people. Many of us, including me, don't know that art. That we are also run businesses, but somewhere it is not clicking. That is what that delegation of the smarter people. That's what I feel. And if you can throw some light into that, that would be great.
I don't know how to explain that. No, I have. Again, I can repeat the same way. It is possible. That is possible. For example, how means I can't explain it properly, but it is possible. And you just analyze other groups, other successful groups, like whether it is Tata Group or Godrej Group or any groups. They were completing 3 generations, 4 generations. Is it because of one person things are moving? No. They are delegating. They are identifying people their own way. I don't know their ways. They are identifying people and empowering them. We have to empower them. That is very important. We have to empower them. For example, one of our vice presidents, even now, he retired and still, just for your information, I am not involved in V-Guard or Wonderla for the last 12 years, and at the age of 62, I again became unemployed. Then I started one more business, that is our Vigaland developers, and that is into construction. So for the last 12 years, Midun is running V-Guard, then Arun is running Wonderla. And this Midun is still continuing that particular person whom I recruited, and he was only a diploma holder that time. I encouraged him and he completed his engineering graduation. I supported him, then he completed his MBA, part-time MBA course. Then he became vice president. He was here in KMA. He was still with V-Guard. Anyway. So what I am trying to convey here, then I used to ask Midun, why you are still continuing that particular fellow? I only recruited him. His retirement period is already over. Still you are continuing. Why are you not able to get another good person? So what I am trying to convey here, you have to empower them. Empower them in the sense, motivate them to go for higher studies. They will do, because for their survival they will do it, and they will achieve it. So that way, as you said, what is the degree of Narendra Modi? Can anybody say? Making tea. Yeah. Similarly, number of leaders are there. That way, I am still learning. Yeah, very true. Yeah, they definitely. They have no hesitation in delegating. That is important. Whereas if that particular fellow is very hyperactive, very smart, and he believes that he knows everything, then he can't delegate to other people. That type of people I have seen. This fellow is much more smarter than me, but he can't delegate. Poor fellow.
So I'm Suresh Kumar. I think I remember I was working in Cochin shipyard in 1973, 75, that period. I worked there up to 92 and I left there. I remember that you were coming with your stabilizer those days in Cochin shipyard also. And now the only difference which I see you is you have a white beard. At that time you were a very handsome young boy. I am also pretty old now, 77. But today I am staying near to your house there in Federal Park there. Your house is and your Vigada organization is there, building is there. Every day I used to walk in front of your house, there, that bypass area. That is just for introduction here. But my question, which will affect, which will be useful for the younger generation, is that what do you think that how, when they want to start an enterprise here, and how do you manage the bureaucracy, the corruptions, and how you could bring the organization here in such a big organization? What is your advice to them, or rather your experience?
Good. Okay, this is a slightly different topic, but still, in the question answer, I am bound to answer for that. Of course, if we are straightforward, if we are obeying the rules and regulations of the country, of the land, definitely the requests from the officer side for the bribe will be very, very less. How this type of bribing comes. Now we are giving bribe to the officer. He is not demanding. Most of the time, he is compelled to, we are compelling them to accept the bribe because we want some shortcuts. We want some deviations, whether it is in your building or whether it is in your activities or whether it is in your tax payment, everything. How does the corruption starts? Corruption starts from the giver's side, not from the other side, I believe. So anyway, but other type of people are also there. But from my side, what I can say, we are trying to keep all type of rules and regulations as per the law of the land. My chartered accountant, Varma Satyanarayanan is sitting there. Yeah, he knows that that way, no compromise at all, because what we want, correct statements, correct accounting patterns, and so otherwise even some other pilferage will happen within the company. So that also will affect me. Am I right? So that way it is minimized. Then of course wherever required you pay and you get it. That's all. I hope I have answered the question. Thank you.
Sir, good evening. So my name is Eldos Isaac. I run a small firm, EA Wealth Investment Services, basically into mutual fund distribution. So in terms of our language, stock market, you have set a great benchmark. We call it benchmark. So we have set a great benchmark for other entrepreneurs in Kerala and India to follow. In the way you do business, in terms of the ethical standards you follow, in terms of the corporate social responsibility that you do, and the way you have started Vigard and the way you have reached now, and the kind of listing that is done, and the kind of shareholder wealth that Vigard has given to people like us, and now the second Wonderla from your same family. It's been a wonderful journey, and kudos to you, to your family, for having such a creating such high standards for other entrepreneurs in India to follow. So my humble question and curiosity is that, what is your, are you writing any new, apart from your practical wisdom book, are you writing any new books? So what excites you now apart from Vigaland developers? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah. In fact, I am already 76 plus. So I am trying to keep my activities low. And I have already written my experiences in different ways. I have published 4 or 5 books, and I believe I have written almost all, whatever I want to say. Then again, nowadays, as you know, the digital media is more popular than book reading. So that way, I think the YouTube channel is more effective. I still believe I was an ordinary person. I was still an ordinary person. There are people much more capable than me. I don't know why they are progressing. I know there are very, very talented people, much more talented people than me. That is my attitude. So, if at all we got group, they want to progress, let my 2 sons, they take it up in the next level. Of course, now I am in charge of Vigaland developers, that we are planning for a small public issue, for your information.
Good evening, sir. My name is Tom Joseph. As a school-going child, I got to know V-Guard earlier. In Manorajyam weekly last, sir, advertisement used to come as a comic series. So this as a school-going, I seen the advertisement first. Later, when V-Guard has become big, you immediately switched to water theme parks and entertainment and enjoyment. Down sometime, when in your words, when you became unemployed, you switched to Vigaland developers. And meantime, you had a foothold in fashion, which has also become really big. And at the same time, you say you have no much idea about finance also. So what is the thrill you switched to these industries, from electronics to fashion, then water theme parks, entertainment, and then now to property? And moreover, what's the courage? Where do you get this courage from all these things? Because as senior in my college, once as a senior officer in the insurance said that he got into water theme parks. I don't know what is going to happen to him. So he told me once when you started Vigaland, that time it was Vigaland Entertainment was what. Okay, sir. I want to know about the thrill and courage side.
Okay, thank you. Regarding courage, I believe we have to do a lot of homework. Not simply jumping into some conclusion is not at all advisable. For example, V-Guard only after around 30 years or 25 years we started amusement parks. Till that period I was concentrating only V-Guard. The first only one product was only stabilizer. Then I thought I have to diversify into other products, because I know that old age fluctuation may will be over a period of years when India grows fully. So that was a doubtful issue in my case. So I started pump sets, water heaters, solar water heaters, cable, and a series of products. Then only I ventured into amusement parks. By that time, financially we were better, but at the same there was a risk, in the sense the initial investment was so quite huge. Why, as your question, why I entered into amusement park? It's nothing but I happened to visit amusement parks abroad. When we travel abroad with children, that time they were school going. So I thought, why can't I start a smaller version of the same thing what we are seeing abroad, whether it is Disneyland or other amusement parks. So that was the thought process that came into amusement parks. Then the next one is into fashion. That means V-Star Creations. I have no role at all. I have no idea. That is from my wife Sheila. After children started going to college, they were studying in Bangalore that time. She became unemployed in the sense, and both the children were in Bangalore that time. So she, as a hobby, she started. That is V-Star. And then the fourth one is of course V-Garland developers. We are into construction. Earlier again it was started in a small level with only one project. One project became 2, 2 became 4, 4 became 8. Now we are having around more than 10 different projects at a time. So the courage in the sense we have to take calculated risk, no doubt about it. But calculations must be there. I believe, even though there are so many builders, I still believe there is a gap, there is a scope for a responsible, committed builder. That's all. And I am having a little bit of flair into construction. Our Anil Joseph knows that. Yeah. I think I have answered the question. Thank you.
We are celebrating Golden Jubilee next year.
Yeah, 50 years.
I and team in Roomba. My question is, when you started 50 years back, in Kerala, I remember, basically we had this industrialization program where our everything was in. And in fact, your business model also changed accordingly. I remember, you had the outsourcing and all that. So in these 50 years, how is Kerala stand today? If you start something today, will it be different than that way?
Yeah, definitely that way. When compared to 50 years back, Kerala has improved a lot. In the sense, both ways. In the sense, the attitude of the people, attitude of the politicians, attitude of the union leaders changed a lot. That way, you youngsters, it's a great opportunity. Not only that, India is growing. India is fast growing. And along with growing India, Kerala is also growing. No doubt about it. So it's a great opportunity, I believe, when compared to 50 years back. Now it's a better time. No doubt about it. That is my thinking. Thank you.
Sir, with regard to your diversification, you've gone into industries which were different from what your parent company was. Initially, it was purely engineering. And of course, in the second thing, which is leisure, I think your family excitement tempted you to go into Vigaland. But then, what made you go in for developers? There again, very different from what you've been doing earlier. And then, where did you pick up the right people to man the jobs?
Yeah, of course, the third one is developers, purely into construction. We are into construction. We are only into construction of apartments, not commercial buildings. So after constructing 2-3 amusement parks, whether it is in Kochi as well as Bangalore as well as Hyderabad, I got a little bit of touch with civil engineering. And as I told you earlier, initially we can identify people in any sector, whether it is a civil engineer or whether it is a electronics engineer, we can identify talented people. Nowadays, we can identify plenty of people. So we identify talented people into that sector, and we inserted those type of people along with our people with past experience with VGuard group, a mix of both, 50% from the old set of VGuard group, another 50% totally new. That is the combination what we are having as far as the civil construction is going on. So the same principle is applying in the sense motivating people, giving power, encouraging. They will give better ideas than me. They are bringing better ideas. Only thing we have to support them. And if it fails, you just ignore it. That's all. You just not make any noise. Yeah. Okay. In fact, it is not a big thing. It's not. Please sit down. Please sit down. It's not a big thing in the sense I donated one of my old kidneys. That was 60 years old. 60 years old. I did it at the age of 60. Of course, as a loving wife, as loving children, definitely they have to object, they have to try to block, or they must have their own apprehension. Otherwise, I can easily understand they have no love towards me. But I am not a fool. I try to learn about it. I try to communicate with a number of nephrologists, and every nephrologist except one or two. That one or two means they are close friends of mine. They objected simply. But other nephrologists, they say, if you are healthy only, we can take. That is as per rule 1. Then if you are 100% healthy, you need only 1 kidney. That is more than enough. Because your lifestyle or any youngsters, their lifestyle, 1 kidney is more than enough. That is a big invention, thanks to the medical science. So that much I did research on it, and I noticed this surgery is very simple, very simple. You can also do it. Yeah. Of course, any organization, any venture to be successful, innovation is very important. Those are different matters. But out of all, whether it is your R&D department, whether it is your engineering department, whatever, but I believe the binding force between all these departments is human relation. That is why I selected that particular subject today. If you want to discuss about innovation and other topics, that is totally different, I think. Definitely any organization will be successful unless and until frequent innovations must be there. For example, the stabilizer what we are manufacturing in VGuard is totally different when it was manufactured 50 years back. That was totally outdated. The science itself totally outdated when we compare to 50 years back. So innovation is very important, no doubt about it.
Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring and illuminating address.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you very much. Thank you for a patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chittilappilly. Let me take this opportunity to request our President to hand over a token of love to our chief guest, Mr. Kochouseph Chittilappilly. Thank you, sir. And now let us acknowledge our own past President, Mr. Sunil K. Zachariah. Thank you, sir. As we draw this memorable evening to a close, I invite Mr. Anil Verma, Honorary Joint Secretary of the Kerala Management Association, to deliver the vote of thanks. Mr. Anil Verma serves as the Honorary Joint Secretary of the Kerala Management Association, a role that places him at the very heart of KMA's operations and member engagement. His dedication to the smooth functioning of KMA and his tireless behind-the-scenes efforts ensure that evenings such as this one come together seamlessly. Sir, the floor is yours.
Good evening. I think we had a nice evening. We started with Chandy Memorial Lecture, and as usual, Sunil sir made it like a storytelling. You can imagine that how it was working, how he was living. He's always good at that, and thank you, sir, for elaborating more on that. Thank you so much. And Kochouseph sir, and I think you know him better, what he acts, and the subject, human relation. I think, sir, can I add one more thing to that? ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും ഓഫീസിലും പറയുന്നതല്ല, നമ്മൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ കുറച്ച് സ്നേഹം കൂടി കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എംപ്ലോയീസിന്, ഐ തിങ്ക് ദേ ക്യാൻ മേക്ക് വണ്ടേഴ്സ്. ഐ ബിലീവ് ദാറ്റ്. സാർ തന്നെയാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്, ഞാൻ വേറൊരു ഭാഷയിൽ പറഞ്ഞെന്നുള്ളേ ഉള്ളൂ. താങ്ക് യു സർ ഫോർ എൻലൈറ്റനിങ് അസ് through your journey, and that was very informative, and there are a lot of takeaways for especially people like us. Thank you once again. Thank you. I also thank all the past president, MC members, all the student members, all the KMA members, and all present here. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. May I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.